Hey everybody, it's Gypsy and welcome to my multidimensional life. I apologize, I have not made a video in a couple months because I've been busy with gardening. In the summer, that's what I do mostly. If you're interested in like home and garden stuff, I have another channel that you can go check out. It is called On the Edge of Appalachia. So anyways, we're having a really bad thunderstorm right now. It's pretty cool. I'm really enjoying it. I thought I would do a video while this is going on. It's pitch black outside and it's like 8:30 in the morning. I don't know if you can hear the thunder, whatever, in the rain. It's so beautiful. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about something that happened to me. This story is much more recent. It happened this past winter, towards the end of winter. There was supposed to be, they forecasted a snowstorm. And a lot of times when they forecast a snowstorm, it ends up, just being regular snow or nothing at all. And this was on a Sunday. So this is back when I was still vending at the flea market. And I was trying to decide, should I go? What should I do? Should I not go? And it wasn't doing anything outside. And I live in Ohio in an area called the Snow Belt. And we usually get hit the worst, but there was nothing going on over here. So I decided to go. I get halfway to the flea market and the weather gets worse. And I thought, I cannot take the way I usually take to the flea market because I like to drive along the river all the way there. And so when you get off of the Allegheny Plateau, it's pretty much, like I live on the Allegheny Plateau, it goes pretty steep down. So I thought, I can't go that way. I have to go another way. So I went and I took a detour up to a main road. Well, the next road I decided to go down, I forgot, is going to take me to the exact place that I'm trying to avoid, right to the river. And I take there. Now, what's even worse about this is I'm coming from a different angle. And this angle, like the river's right in front of it, and then the road, turns. But you're up way high, even higher than coming from this way. And I get there, and the road wasn't plowed. But there wasn't enough snow to give you traction. It was more like that thin, very slippery snow. And I had no place to turn around because, you've got the going down into the river. And I think there were woods on the other side. So I was like, how am I going to stop to turn around anyways? Because if you slam on your brakes, you're going to skid. So, the only thing I could think to do was I had to go as carefully as I can. And it was like, I'm up here going down. How do I go slowly? How do I go carefully? My car was like all over the place. And at the trajectory I was going to end up right in the river. And I was scared. I was terrified. And I think at one point I kind of tried to slam on the brakes. The next thing I know, I can feel my father on my left side. Which it was so weird because I'm terrified, but I'm thinking, what's he doing, floating outside the car window? Which, yeah, the answer is yes. But anyway, my dad died. I'll be 62 soon. He died when I was 32. So actually, it'll be 29 years on July 29th, which is coming up next week. He's over here, and he says, remember what I taught you? Because my dad taught me how to drive. Pump the brakes. So I'm pumping and pumping. I was so terrified, but my dad, he was over here, and I could hear, for me, it's like, I never remember if it was with my physical ears or it was telepathic. I can never remember that afterwards. But I could hear him clearly, talking me through and getting me down there. And then, I got down to the river, and then you've got this curve, and then it's like an S turn, and it curved. My dad got me through it, so he saved my life that day. He saved my car. You know, it was like a terrifying moment, terrifying. And he was just, remember what I taught you? Don't slam on your brakes, don't press hard, pump your brakes. Now, I knew this, but I was so terrified, I could not remember after how many years of driving? 45. So yeah, it's so beautiful out there with the storm. It was terrifying, but he talked me through it. But the worst thing was, I think he said, yeah, because I knew when I got down to the bottom and I got to the S curve, there was going to be a car coming the other way, and my dad let me know, because that's how I knew. He told me, and with that, he did not outright say it. He gave me a feeling, almost like an intuitive feeling, there's a car coming up the other way. So it's like we're having to pass at that dangerous point. I really believed I was going to end up in the river that day. It was so traumatizing to me that I never could mention it to anyone until about 2 days ago. I told my man about it. I just couldn't talk about it. But yeah, my dad, who is deceased, died, crossed over, however you want to say it, saved my life that day. So anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.